Hi everyone, welcome to the University Academy. This is Urooj Khan, the Python instructor. Today we will discuss about expression in Python. So in that lecture we will see various expression and various operations that is used to make and to evaluate any expression. In that lecture we will see expression and Boolean expression. Boolean expression, I hope you understood in your previous classes in your previous semester that Boolean expression are those expressions which either give you true or false, and that is most important thing in your engineering, in your any examination, that it always comes, whether it is logic gate, whether it is in any COA subject, whether it is compiler design, whether it is any programming language, you will find the implementation, the application of Boolean expression everywhere. So, expression. An expression is a combination of values, variables, and operators. If you type an expression on the command line, the interpreter evaluates it and displays the result. What is expression? Expression is basically a combo of values, variables, and operators. By using values, by using variables, by using operators, expression can be built. And let's go to the Python interpreter or Python environment and perform some calculation so that you understood very well. Let's go and do some coding related to expression. So what is expression? If someone say to you what is expression, in just simple, so expression is a combination of values, variables, operators. By combining these three entities, we make expression. With the help of that three expression, we make expression by values plus variable. Variable is basically a container to store data, and operation that we already discussed in our previous lectures, operators, type of operations, and everything. If you have any doubt, then you can go back and watch those of my lectures, and you will have a crystal clear knowledge of each and every operator, the whether it is identity, membership, logical, assignment, arithmetic, you will get it. So basically a expression is a combination of values, variables, and operations. And what, let's say for example, if we are saying 1 plus 2, so it is what, it is also expression. One is variable, one is data type value, two is also data type, two is also data, and plus is our arithmetic operator. And if we are saying a is equal to 1 plus 2, so it is what, it is expression. A is a variable which is storing 1 plus 2, 1 and 2 are the operand, and plus is the arithmetic operator. So that it is what expression is. If we want to print that expression, we just don't have to do anything. We just say print a. It will give us the output 3. It will give us the output of expression, which is basically 3. So expression is a combination of values, variables, and operation. Let's move forward. Operator and operands. Operators are special symbols that represent computations like addition, multiplication. The values of the operand uses are called operands. Expressions are representation of value. They are different from statement. In fact, that statement do something while expressions are representation of value. For example, any string is also an expression since it represents the value of the string as well. Python has some advanced constructs through which you can represent value, and hence these constructs are also called expression. In the presentation, you will get to know about the expression and how to construct the expression. So it basically, I told you that expression are nothing. Expression just a combination of values, variable, and operation. And expression contain two things. First is the operator and second is the operation. Right? Let's say a plus b. So here a and b, what, here a and b are operands in which the operations are we are performing, and plus is the operator in the expression. Alright students, and we will see now how to maintain or how to construct any expression. How to create any expression? Python expression only contain identifier, literal, and operators. As I told you, expression is a combination of value, variable, and operands. Identifier, any name that is used to define a class, function, variable, module, or an object is called identifier. If we are initializing a is equal to 5, then a is the identifier. I told you literal, students, in the previous lecture. Literal is basically can be any constant or can be any variables. In Python, there are language independent terms in Python and should exist independently in any programming language. In Python, there are string literal, byte literal, integer literal, floating point literal, and imaginary literal. Make sure you will have to know, and you should know that literals are just fixed. You can't change your literal in the whole program, but variable can be modified. Literals can be any constant or variable. It can be constant and it can be variable either. Remember that. Operators is basically, I told you in the previous lecture, you will go back and watch my those video and you will have a crystal clear knowledge about operators if you didn't watch it. And operator basically, I just want to recall you again that in Python you can implement the following operations using the corresponding tokens. Tokens means identifier. You can perform addition by using addition operator. You can perform subtraction by using minus operator. You can perform multiplication. You can perform power, integer division, float division, remainder, binary right shift, XOR, and or equal to less than, any expression you can create by using that arithmetic operators, or by using any logical operator, by using any membership operator, by using assignment operator that I already discussed in my previous video. If you have any doubt, you can go back and watch it and you will have a crystal clear knowledge. And now we are moving forward towards Boolean expression. What is Boolean expression? Boolean expression, there is also another name of Boolean expression. We can say logical expression, right? So a Boolean expression or a logical expression evaluates to one of two statements, true or false. Python provides the Boolean type that can be either set to false or true. Many function and operation return Boolean object, right? So if you are using Boolean expression, the output that you will get is either in the form of true or in the form of false. That it is what Boolean expression or logical expression is. The not keyword can also be used to inverse a Boolean type. If you are using not keyword, then what not will do? Not will just complement or just reverse the value, right? What is false? Every object has a Boolean value. The following elements are false, none, false, zero. What zero means is whatever type from integer, float to complex. There are the empty collections, null. We can say if we are only printing braces, then it will print what? Null. Objects from classes that have the special method, non-zero. Object from classes that implements length to return false or zero. If we are using any string and the length of the string is just empty, then what is the length of the string? It is nothing, just zero. It is false means. Zero means false, one means true. Always remember that. A string in Python can be tested for truth value. This return type will be in a Boolean value, true or false. As I told you, whether you are using string, whether you are using integer, whether you are using float. If you are using Boolean values, then it will either give you true or false, right? The output in the form of whether either true or false, none of the other. Let's make an example. Like it is an example. Like go to the Python interpreter, Python environment. That will make your knowledge best and make you understand pretty well. As I told you, what is Boolean expression? Boolean expression are those expressions that will either give you what? That will either give you true or false in the output, right? So if you are initializing a is equal to 10, b is equal to 50 and performing some operation in order to get the Boolean value, so what you will do? Print a and b. So what that A and B will give us output? It will give us output 50, right? It will give us output what? 50. It will do nothing if you are initializing A is equal to X and B is equal to Y, and we are performing Boolean, and we are performing any operation in order to get Boolean values. Here we go, we are compiling running it, it is giving us false. I told you that AND operator is basically give us true when both of them the value have true, right? It will give us what? It will give us false. If we are using A is equal to true, let's say A true, it will make your, it will not put you in any confusion. B false, and we are doing A and B, it will also give us false because both of them does not have true. If we say B is equal to true, then it will give us output as true. Here we go, see, it is giving us output as true because AND operator and logical operator says that both have to be true. A and B both have to be true, then only it will give us the output true, otherwise false, right? Let's perform another boolean. A, let's initialize A is equal to false and B true, and we are performing some calculation, some logical operation in order to get boolean values. Let's say A or B. What OR says that one have to be true, either A or B have to be true so that it will give us true, otherwise false. See, it will give us true simply. If I make A is equal to true, then in that case it will also give us true. See, so what OR says that? OR says that one have to be true, and here we are getting true or false. What true or false is? These are the boolean values. Always remember that. True means 1 and false means 0. Okay, let's perform not. A false, B true, and print, let's say not B. So it will do what? It will just reverse or complement the value of B. If it is true here, then it will give us false in the output. That's I told you. What is the output here we are getting? We are getting false. Why we are getting false? If B is true, because not B just complement or reverse the value. Let's say always don't write in caps lock, otherwise it will give error. Let's say not A. It will give us what, students? It will give us false simply because it is just complement and reverse it. So in that lecture I am going to summary up, students. That is the example that I saw. You can perform any logical operator in that, and using arithmetic operator you can make any function, and you can make any function and evaluate and see by yourself what is getting you as an output, right? So in that lecture I'm going to summarize up. It will make your understanding crystal clear. Firstly, we started expression. In that expression we saw what is expression. Expression is basically a combination of values, variables and operators. And I also told you like how the expressions you can create expression by using any data type, by using operator, and to initialize the value by using assignment operator, right? And we also discussed operators and operands. Operands are the entities in which the operations are performed, and operators are basically used for mathematical calculations. If let's say A plus B, then A and B are the operands and plus is the operator. And I also told you, and we also studied that how can we construct expression. Expression can be constructed by involving identifier, literals and operators. We also saw what is literal. I'm going to recall that literal are basically can be any variable or constant. Identifier can be used to define any class, function, variable, an object, and operators, arithmetic operators, logical operator, membership operator, identity operator. These are the operators that comes in the operators, right? We also see that this is the flow chart, this is the chart, we can say, of operator addition, subtraction, multiplication, power, integers, division, remainder, modulo. Modulo, what modulo do? Modulo give us remainder and or binaries or greater than equal to. We also, that is all the operator. We also saw in our previous lectures in the details operators. So if you have any doubts, you can go back and watch those videos and you will have a proper understanding of operators and types of operator and how operators can be involved in order to evaluate any expression in Python. Boolean expression or logical expression evaluates to one of two states. I told you Boolean expression are those expressions which give us true or false in the output. It will give you either true or false in an output, and not keyword can be used to inverse a boolean, right? True or false, right? If you are using true, x is equal to true, and if you are using x is equal to true, and if you are initializing it x is equal to true, and you want to complement and you want to reverse, right? Then what you will do, which logical operator you will use? You will use not. We also saw in the Python environment as well. What? Always remember, true means 1, false means 0, and if you have empty collection, empty curly braces, empty square braces, then it will give you false, right? It will give you null. Always remember that. And string can be tested for truth values. The return type will be in Boolean value. Let's make an example by first create a new variable. Like I told you in the Python environment, students, always implement every concept so that you can have a proper knowledge and understanding. Okay, so here we implemented all the operations one by one. Automatic operation by using arithmetic operator, plus, minus, addition, subtraction. We also saw comparison operator by using comparison operator like less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to. And we also perform logical operations, that is and or not, by using logical operator. And in that lectures we saw Boolean expression that will give us either true or false, right? And before Boolean expression, one should have a knowledge that what is expression. Expression is nothing, students, just simply a combination of values, variable and operation. And Boolean expression either give you students true or false, and here we perform some just syntax by using a and b, and it will give us true because and says that one have to be true. And next we perform or logical operator. Simply it means nothing. I just also told you earlier that Python is super easy, super beneficial, so don't worry and just implement all by yourself and make notes of it, and you will be the next Python master. So if you have any doubt related to operators, operations, and literals, LMS, go back to my previous video and watch it completely, focus with focus, and then come back, and then you will get all of the things properly. And Boolean expression give you either true or false. And what not do nothing, just not simply reverse it, correspond it. If there is 1, then it will reverse 0, and if it is 0, it will reverse 1, right? It will just do that. A is equal to false, b is equal to true, and we are doing print not b, then it will give us false. It just do nothing. And now we did same in the b. Not b, not a says that if we are initializing a is equal to true and we are reversing it, then it is giving us not a, right? So that it is what giving us false. Here it's we go expressions, we covered expression and Boolean expression in that lectures. And if you have students any query, let me know in the comment section. I will be happy to help, and always revise it, implement it, so that you don't have to fade it, you don't have, so that your basics won't fade. Students, one should have a proper knowledge, proper basic. Your basic should be crystal clear in order to move forward. If you're moving forward without knowing elements, if you're moving forward without knowing identifiers, if you're moving forward without knowing operators, expressions, you will get stuck. That's why I'm telling you again and again, please implement, watch properly and implement, so that if when we move forward together, you don't have to stuck. Okay? And if you have any further queries, any doubts, please drop in the comment sections. I will answer, and it will be good, well and good. Thank you so much, students. Hope you will have a good day and stay safe all. Thank you so much.